You know, mock draft season is here when Dane Brugler, lead NFL draft analyst for The Athletic, drops his first mock draft of the year. A 2-round mock draft that we're going to react to on today's show. And he got spicy with the Giants pick. If you want more mock draft videos, as we are less than 100 days away from the 2025 NFL draft, hit that thumbs up icon. Smitty's been telling me we're doing too many mock drafts. I don't think we're doing enough. If you want more, hit the like button. You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. Shout out to everybody that is tuned in. We appreciate you guys. And I'm looking forward to reacting to Dane Brugler's first mock draft of the 2025 draft cycle in the year of 2025. Shout out to Dane, friend of the program. That's my guy. Here we go. The draft order is set at this. Titans, number 1. Browns, number 2. Giants, 3. Patriots, 4. Jags, 5. Raiders, 6. Jets, 7. Panthers, 8. Saints, 9. And the Bears, number 10. The Giants own a handful of picks in this draft. Pick 3, 34, 65, 104, 134, 153, 219, 245, and 256. So you have 3 7th-round picks, 1 5th-round pick, 2 4th-round picks, a 3rd, a 2nd, and a 1st. Let's do it. With the first pick in Dane Brugler's 2-round mock draft, he had quarterback Cam Ward out of Miami going to the Tennessee Titans. I unfortunately think this is the most likely outcome for Ward and for Tennessee, which I am heartbroken for because I have been drinking the Cam Ward sauce since week 0 of college football, and it seems like the dream of him being a Giant may be dead. Number 2, the Browns go Shador. No! They go Abdul Carter. Abdul Carter goes number 2 overall, the edge out of Penn State. The athletic freak, the guy that is making a name for himself and dominating the college football playoffs. He goes number 2. So my question is this. Who is your pick in this spot? If you're Joe Shane and Cam Ward goes 1 and Abdul Carter goes 2, who would you pick for the New York Football Giants? Let me know down in the comment section. And with the 3rd pick in Dane Brugler's most recent mock draft, he does not pick Shador Sanders. He ends up picking the Heisman Trophy winner, Mr. Both Ways, Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter going number 3 to the Giants over Shador Sanders is a risky pick. Not because Travis Hunter is not worthy of the number 1 overall pick, because you might be passing on a franchise quarterback. But if there's a guy in this class that I would pass on Shador Sanders for, it might just be Travis Hunter. Dane Brugler writes this. If the Giants are unable to move up for Ward, would they like Shador Sanders enough to draft him at number 3? In this scenario, they don't. And instead, opt for arguably the best player in the draft. Hunter would give New York an upgrade at corner, and he'd be a fun weapon for Brian Daboll to mix into the offense for the Giants' to-be-determined quarterback. When you talk about who's the best player in this class, the best football player, best non-quarterback, I do think it is Travis Hunter. I legitimately think there's a world that we could be living in 5 years where he's an all-pro both ways guy. He is that good. You watch the tape, which you should all do. Just go watch his highlights. That's all you got to do. And this guy is special. He pops off the screen. He's the best athlete on the screen, best player, and he has a knack for making the game-changing play. Brugler said this, I like Will Johnson, the corner out of Michigan, but I think there is a decent-sized gap between him and Hunter as cornerback prospects. A lot of people tell me, Marshall, Travis Hunter's not a top 5 corner or a top 5 receiver in this draft. Well, the number 1 draft analyst in the world has him as the best corner in this class. Lance Zierlein, who covers the NFL as well, longtime draft guy, says, my scouting report will have write-ups of Travis Hunter as both a wide receiver and a corner. But there is a current 3-to-1 count of NFL teams I've surveyed who have Hunter graded as a full-time cornerback who can take some snaps at wide receiver. And that's the question you got to ask yourself. How are the Giants going to deploy Travis Hunter if they do end up drafting him? I'll say this, though. Before I gas up Travis Hunter and tell you how special he is, Joe Shane better be sure Sanders isn't any good. Joe Shane better be sure that Shador Sanders is not a franchise quarterback. Joe Shane better be sure that he is not passing up on another quarterback that can make an impact. because he passed up on 3 quarterbacks in 2024. Penix looks like a solid player. TBD on J.J. McCarthy. And Bo Nix might be the best in the class. Shout out to Miss Cha. So if you're going to take Travis Hunter, which I'm okay with, you better make sure that the quarterback you passed up on is no good. Quick stuff on Hunter. 2024, he won the Heisman. He was the Walter Camp Award winner. AP College Player of the Year. Chuck Bednarik Award. Fred Biletnikoff Award. Lott Trophy. Unanimous All-American. Every award went his way. 2023 Paul Hornung Award. Consensus All-American. Second team All-Pac-12. And then as a freshman, Southwest Athletic Conference Freshman of the Year and second team All-SWAC. All he did was rack up the accolades. And all he did on defense this year was shut down opposing wide receivers. He had a PFF coverage grade of 90.7, one of the highest in America. He had 4 interceptions and 11 pass breakups. He grew on defense drastically from 2023 to 2024. He allowed just 22 catches on 40 targets for 212 yards, less than 10 yards per catch, and allowed just 1 touchdown. He was unreal on defense. When the ball's in the air, he plays it like a receiver. That's because he is a receiver. And in my opinion, he's the best receiver in the class. 96 grabs last year, almost 1,300 yards, 13.1 yards per catch, 97 yards per game, and 15 touchdowns. This guy averaged 97 yards and a touchdown every game. He also was 11 of 16 in contested catch situations. He also had over 450 yards after the catch. He also broke almost 20 tackles. When the ball is in his hands, he looks like Odell Beckham Jr. My offensive comp for him is Odell Beckham Jr. And my way too early defensive comp for him is Trayvon Diggs. Unreal ball skills, unreal ability to make plays. He can go over the top and get it. He can go out and moss you. He can take the top off the defense. He can catch a drag and go 60, or he can just hand off the ball and he'll get busy. This would be a major boost to the weapons department for the Giants, but also an opportunity for him to be a CB1. In a perfect world for me, he plays both sides. And he plays 90% of the snaps on defense and about 60% of the snaps on offense. He's in on money downs. He's in the red zone. And you have a 1-2 combo of Malik Neighbors and Travis Hunter for whoever that next Giants quarterback is. Coming up round 2, Dane Brugler selected a quarterback. And we're going to talk about that in a second. First, though, I got to give a huge shout out to our proud sponsor, Game Time. If you want playoff tickets, NFL playoff tickets, and if you want the best seats for the lowest price guaranteed for a playoff game, download the Game Time app, create an account, and use that promo code ChatSports, and you're going to get $20 off your first purchase where terms do apply. Price actually dropped as the events get closer. They pride themselves on being experts in last-minute tickets. It's also super easy to use the app. You get to see your seat view in the app. You get to access your tickets from your phone, and it's easy to resell your tickets as well. Last-minute tickets and flash deals. The app will alert you when deals are going on with seats. You get to view this. You get to view the stage, the field, the court from the seat inside the app, and lowest price guaranteed. You're also not going to get hit with any hidden fees at checkout if you use that all-in pricing feature, and that Game Time Picks feature is going to make it that much more easy to go see your favorite people perform. It's more than just the NFL playoffs, though. You can go to NBA games, you can go to MLB games, you could go to concerts, you can go to theater events, and so much more. So download it, create an account, use that promo code ChatSports, and get $20 off your first purchase where terms do apply. So round 1, the Giants pass on Shedeur Sanders in Dane Brugler's most recent mock draft. They do not pass on a quarterback in round 2 with the 35th pick. He has them selecting the polarizing Jalen Milroe, quarterback out of Alabama. To be quite frank with you, Milroe did not have a good season. And he actually got worse as the season went on. But if you're looking to take a swing for the fences, if you're looking to bet on a guy with an elite trait, which is running the football as a quarterback, maybe he's your guy. That's what Brugler writes about him. Milroe has a unique package of skills with his size at 6'1", 225, 4.340 speed, outstanding arm strength, and strong mental makeup. Consistent ball placement is not a strength of his right now, but if a team leans into his style, Milroe could be a dangerous playmaker. Coming into the year, I was a fan of Jalen Milroe, and he was on my short list of quarterback targets. And I thought there was a world where he could play himself into the Heisman conversation, and I thought there was a world he could play himself into the first-round draft conversation. But he really took a step back in 2024. And in the second half of 2024, he was just a bad quarterback, to keep it quite frank with you. But I don't mind swinging for the fences here. I don't mind saying this is a guy that's got elite upsize, big arm, most athletic quarterback in the class. And he is someone that has shown he can generate big plays with his arms and his legs. He's not ready to play in the NFL, though. You trot Jalen Milroe out to start games for you in 2025, you're going to lose a lot of games and you might ruin the young man's career. This is a guy that needs to sit. He needs mental reps. He needs to work at a pro system. He needs to go through pro film and watch and learn and use pro scouting and pro coaching because he's just not ready. You compare his stats from last year to this year. Completion percentage stayed about the same, but the passing TDs went way down. The interceptions went way up. The big-time throw percentage goes from 9.1 to 5.4, almost cuts in half. His turnover-worthy plays, the percentage dropped a little bit, and he wasn't really good in either year against pressure. In pressure situations, he only completed about 45% of his passes in the last 2 years. He's got a long way to go as a thrower, but he has shown that he can take the top off the defense, and we'll show you those throws. But the reason you draft Jalen Milroe is because he has an elite trait, and that elite trait is being the best running quarterback in this class and potentially being a top 5 running quarterback already in the NFL. Some quick stats over the last 2 years for him. He's broken 67 tackles. He has 65 runs of more than 10-plus yards. He has 18 runs of 15-plus yards. He has 932 yards after contact as a quarterback, 32 rushing touchdowns. He has 103 first down picks up on the ground. On designed QB runs, he picked up 964 yards in the last 2 years. On scramble plays, where it was a pass play and he scrambled and he picked up yards running, 721 yards. He has 1,685 rushing yards over the last 2 years, and he gets on average 6 yards per carry. You look at some of the numbers when it comes to throwing the ball deep for Jalen Milroe. In 2023, he was actually really good throwing the ball deep. He had a PFF grade of 96.9 on deep throws that travel 20-plus yards. 26 big-time throws, 0 turnover-worthy plays. A completion percentage of 52.2. Remember those numbers. 52% completion percentage, 16 touchdowns, 1 interception, 96.9 grade, and 26 big-time throws with 0 turnover-worthy plays. That was 2023. In 2024, he regressed. Completion percentage down to 38.6. Touchdowns down to 10. Interceptions at 3. The PFF passing grade is still at 92. That's fine. But the big-time throws go all the way down to 16. He was far less effective in big-time throws and explosive throws this past year. I don't know if that was because of the new system. I don't know what that was, but he definitely took a step back. The Giants would also have to build around Jalen Milroe. And to be honest with you, if I'm going to draft Travis Hunter in round 1 and I'm going to pair him with Malik Neighbors and they're going to be my receivers, I want a quarterback that can win from in the pocket. I want a quarterback that could spray the ball around. I'm looking for a guy that could throw for 300 yards. Milroe is an amazing athlete. Superstar ability when it comes to running the football. Maybe he's Jalen Hurts down the road. I worry about him a little bit. I'm willing to bet on the traits. I'm not so sure that he's a guarantee. Because if he was, he wouldn't last until round 2. But you know what? You're going to have to trust the GM to do the evaluation and the coach to develop him. 2 guys that are on the hot seat. How beautiful does that sound? Grade this mock draft for me, though. Round 1, you had Travis Hunter. Round 2, you get a quarterback in Jalen Milroe. How would you grade this mock draft? A, B, C, D, or F? Be honest with me in the comment section. I want to hear from all of you. If you haven't yet, give me a follow over on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on IG @MarshallGreen_.